That isn't ominous at all. Almost like they can come walking around with a shotgun in hand or something.
Kids, listen.
You're our father.
Yes.
Hello everyone, my name is Josh, aka the Biscuit Eater, and I want to welcome you all to another episode of my long-form Let's Play of Tell Me Why. Now, if this is your first time of the series, you know you can find a link to the playlist in the description down below if you're watching on YouTube. Of course, if you are watching live on stream, I appreciate having you folks here. Having people to talk to and interact with while we play is pretty much why all of us do this. Of course, if you are watching from the sidelines and you don't feel the need to chat, that's perfectly fine too. We actually just appreciate having you here regardless. So, with that being said, if you'd like to join us, you can do so live every Monday and Wednesday from 7:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time over at twitch.tv/The Biscuit Eater. So, hope to see you there. Now, with that said, we're going to go ahead and finish off the last episode of the night. Again, we just finished up. The twins are back together. They've made up, thankfully. And then they've gone into the Forbidden Loft in their mother's barn. And I've discovered a really kind of creepy room that is kind of a shrine to her story. Hopefully, this means that we're going to go ahead and actually get some answers. So, let's go ahead and resume. Okay, so...
I don't get this one. What's the deal with the tiara?
No clue. The princess never wore a tiara in any of the drawings Marianne did with us.
Okay, thanks for the update, Generic Blues. Alright, so let's see here. Sit down.
There you go, stalwart moose.
Oh, I
Back
didn't...
in your pond, big frog. Here, the secret keeper, hiding secrets in the clouds.
Oh. I didn't catch
We'll
everything,
let the
so...
mangy muskrat have his rock back.
That actually makes me sad. I definitely missed out.
Crafty goblins go here. That's the pious pelican spot. The wise princess goes in the big wooden house, of course. The mad hunter, always on the princess's trail. Moonhag's gotta be imprisoned in her lake.
Oh, so I must have missed the last one. Darn. Okay.
Why are these pictures from the Book of Goblins here?
I don't know. Hey, I want to take a crack at this one before we try to figure out any others.
Various gifts for the princess. Okay, so which one? Okay.
Recognize this?
Yeah, it's from the story where the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter.
It looks like it, but it's different, right? Can you check the book?
Well,
Okay, so...
okay, spot the differences. It moves. Oh, some of these parts are buttons. Or not. The Mad Hunter still has two hands here.
So this was either before the Gold Lady cut off his other one, or after he earned it back?
Which either makes it before most of the stories, or after.
Yeah, at some point when she was running away from whatever the hell the Mad Hunter meant to Marianne.
Did she have that flower? Is that like a innocence? I'm really grasping at straws here.
Okay, yeah, we definitely had. Okay. No, no, that.
Never mind. That's nothing. Or not. Or not. The princess is running away from the Mad Hunter.
Who was sent by the gold...
Wait.
Okay, this is definitely the page, but maybe I need to. I may have to actually read.
Why do you think she added that castle in the background?
See the color of the flag? It could be her mother's castle. It looks like the princess is running away from it.
So, Marianne ran away from home. And she grew up kinda rich? Really grasping at straws here. Huh. No goblins.
Yeah. In the original, the goblins managed to save the princess from the Mad Hunter.
So we saved Marianne from something, but not in this version? Huh. Is there an extra star here? Or am I just imagining that? It's just a random star. No special meaning. It's not the same title, so I guess that counts as a difference. That's it. Whoa.
What's in there?
Pictures, letters. Have you ever seen any of these?
All the pictures of Marianne I've ever seen were the ones hanging on the walls.
I can't believe she was a ballet dancer. Marianne.
And a good one, too.
God, that's so not her. Oh, poor thing.
Why would she keep an old drawing of a pet in here?
The gold lady. That was definitely her mom.
So, did Marianne grow up kinda rich?
Maybe. Would have been nice to have some of that. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her that young.
I think that's her mom in the background.
Did you know she studied engineering?
No. But it looks like she changed her major to visual arts.
I don't think she actually got it changed. The paper's not signed and it's all wrinkled. Like someone tried to throw it away. An artsy environmentalist. Yep, that sounds like Marianne's exact kind of catnip.
You know, it's the guy with the heart over his face. Okay, we got something from a Brent. Marianne, I can't do this anymore. You deserve better than a cliche BS like it's not you, it's me. But the truth is, it's all just been too much to deal with, and I've realized I'm just not ready. Maybe if we could have dealt with all of this on our own, without your mom constantly putting pressure on us, things could have been different. But the damage is done, it's probably too late for that now. I'm so sorry, you're an amazing person, and you made me a better man. I hate myself for doing this, but I feel like we'll both be better off apart. There I go with the cliches again. Please don't ever stop being who you are. Here, but I'm gone.
Could this guy have been any more cryptic?
Tyler, see that little light? I think we need to solve this one next. Why don't we solve this one first?
Let's put the gold lady on her. Okay.
Gold lady stays locked up in her castle.
There's the gold lady again. She's all over the board. There was a figure of her in that stash by the Mad Hunter painting, right?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe all of this is related to what we found in there.
Hey, I can move the piece next to the gold lady.
All these pictures. They look like images from Marianne's life before Delos, don't they?
Well, some of them do anyway.
Maybe that's it then. We need to figure out which ones are real?
Is the gold lady setting the animals free?
Judging from the broomstick, I'd say she's getting rid of them, not setting them free.
Okay, bird.
The princess dancing, playing violin, spinning wool. I guess this is stuff she did for fun?
Notice how unhappy she looks in all these pictures? I don't think she was having any fun.
The wise princess looks like she's trying to run away.
And she's being watched by the gold lady.
Nope. Huh. What's the gold lady doing?
Whispering something into someone's ear behind the princess's back?
Is that it?
It's opening.
Boom. She definitely was a keeper of secrets, that's for sure.
What's in there this time? Is that Carol?
Yeah, and Sam. Look at him. He's so young and happy.
Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos. No wonder she was so handy. Oh, so that's how she found the house.
Salmonberry Park, Kodiak Island, Echo Village Arts. Okay.
Salmonberry Park. Huh. Is that some kind of commune?
Looks like it. So weird to imagine her living in a community like that. With, you know, other people.
The weirdest part is how they all seem to love her. Where was prom queen Marianne when the whole town was turning on us?
Don't be a stranger, keep on looking for those answers to the questions we had to which you're blind, smiley face. Miss you already. So we're losing you to modern civilization. We'll miss your positive attitude and your adventurous spirit. Also your wild edibles picking skills. Haha. Pretty Marcus. Bon voyage, Mary. Marianne, you had the warmest, most beautiful aura. I know you'll keep on shining wherever you land. Peace and blessings. Thanks for being a little ray of sunshine. Godspeed. Kabat Mwati. I love your pictures. Left tomorrow.
Her father.
Marianne, I hope this letter finds you, but since you didn't leave any contact information, I will have to send it to your aunt and hope for the best. I'm writing to inform you that your mother passed away last week. We just had her funeral reception. The house has been filled with people all day. Friends, family, colleagues, and church members. It's now 11 p.m. I'm sitting alone at the kitchen table, surrounded by dozens of trays of food, flowers, and sympathy cards. Your cousin, Adie, brought in a beautiful photo album full of our holiday pictures in Laconer. You're there in all of them, but you weren't here today. We haven't heard from you in 4 years and can only hope you made it to Alaska or wherever you are and that you and your child are both safe. Your mother has been sick and depressed for years, and you can imagine why. The pain of being shunned by her own daughter, knowing she would never get to see her grandchild grow up, it spread through her body like cancer and consumed her completely. All this suffering simply because you ran away like a temperamental little girl instead of accepting her help when you got pregnant out of wedlock, after dropping out of college and without a penny to your name. She only stepped up to help because she knew you weren't ready to raise a child properly, Marianne. A mother's duty doesn't end when her children leave home. Now that you're a mother yourself, I hope you will begin to understand that good parenting isn't about coddling children, about providing for them and shaping them into the people they're supposed to become, whether they like it or not. I won't trouble you again. You've made your intentions clear. I just thought you should know. Jeez, that's not passive-aggressive or anything.
What the hell? Marianne was pregnant in 1992, before she even got here.
Before us. Do we have a long-lost sibling out there somewhere?
It's possible, but she could have given it up or miscarried. Who knows?
Yeah, you're right. Do you think we could track down her father?
You mean the grandfather she never told us about? I don't think I want to.
You're not at all excited about having more family.
You saw the letter. I don't think we want any part of that.
Fine. Let's keep digging.
Wait, there was something highlighted there.
This just lit up, so I think we're supposed to try this one next.
Both of her parents kind of sound like jerks. I would have run away too.
The date is highlighted, 5/17/1996. That may be important.
Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos. No wonder she was so handy. Is that Carol?
Yeah, and Sam. Look at him. He's so young and happy.
Salmonberry Park. Huh. Is that some kind of commune?
Looks like it. So weird to imagine her living in a community like that. With, you know, other people.
The weirdest part is how they all seem to love her. Where was prom queen Marianne when the whole town was turning on us?
Hey.
What's this?
Some sort of map?
That's the Gold Lady's castle.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
Hey, that degree in outdoor studies is paying off.
Some sort of clock? This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver. This is the princess's. It seems like it's not doing anything. Maybe it's broken? This looks like a dinner party with the old bear, some sort of clock. This is the princess's. Damn it. Why is nothing happening?
We got it in the wrong order. Okay, so... Then a visitor came to the forest with a young woman dressed in a beautiful gown. She was walking fast. This is not our business. We better look away. The Mad Hunter. The princess walked alone without help until she was so lost in the big forest. Exhausted, she pressed on with no idea where she was heading. As the hunter drew ever closer, dogged in this pursuit, she continued away until she heard a heavy croaking far to the left. So it was clear and loud, the princess immediately made for the sound of the noise. A few minutes later, she reached the big frog in the small pond. Any place to rest and hide. Ribbit. Ribbit. Okay, stop at the noise. She did more, and she advanced for good. The princess closed her eyes and let her clever mount carry her. Less than an hour later, Big Frog reached the other side of the ancient forest near the shore of a very deep lake. There she landed without a noise, sent from a big wooden house. Okay, so then... Okay, so it's the... So we need to deselect that, and we need to so it's multiple stories. So first is going to be
This is the princess's house.
Big house. Okay, then... Old bear, short walk, clinging to the top of a tree. Roar bear heaving his hind legs, raising his full height. Old bear, you can come back down. I suppose it's a fair question. I promise I won't eat you. Doesn't welcome you back to your home. Handful of ripe berries. Okay, so berries are next.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
Okay, one more time. Shingles, and even shook the beams which I stood, blowing the whole thing near to the ground. The princess hid in the closet. What do I do? Listen, the old bear came by to see if the princess had any trouble. Found her nailing planks back into place. He said, "Stop, princess, let me do that for you. I'm happy to do it. But if you want to help with the roof, you may. I could throw my body against it," said the old bear. "I'm very large. If close but too far, end up bent in the other direction." I said, "Princess." Very ill. She was able to fix her down.
Hey,
Okay.
that degree in outdoor studies is paying off.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be there.
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and
And
some sort of clock. Come on. Some sort of clock? This looks like a dinner. Come on. This is the princess's house.
Oh, no, once upon a time. Maybe.
Some sort of clock? That's the gold lady's castle. This is the princess's house.
What's that plant thing on?
This looks like a dinner. Come on.
Hmm. Well, no, because she doesn't eat with the bear. The salmon and eating with the bear family are two separate things. Are two separate stories.
I'm pretty sure everything in the stash was dated. Why don't we go take another look?
Okay, that's a good. Look for.
So I guess she tried to change majors, but couldn't.
Her parents probably wanted her to study something more
1984.
practical.
Marianne Ronan, the very definition of the word practical. Could this guy have been any more...
That's the princess and the gold lady.
Okay.
See how closely she's watching Marianne?
Classic stage mom.
Berries of the commune. Yeah. So. Oh. Okay, so. Castle Sevenberry's clock, cabin, friends. That's what I was trying to do, but I was figuring based on castle,
That's the gold lady's castle.
salmon berries,
What's that plant thing on top?
clock,
Oh, some sort of clock?
cabin.
You need help?
Yeah, I'm stuck. This is the princess's house. This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver.
There you go.
Yes.
What's in there? Another letter?
The princess's laws. Is this from the Book of Goblins?
Not that I know of.
Well, sure looks like it could be.
Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. She had made it through the woods and to that house with nothing left but the clothes on her back and a single item from her old life, a splendid tiara. She lost almost everything in her departure flight from the Mad Hunter. The trees tore the rucksack from her back and shredded her dress and left a pattern of red welts on her skin. But through it all, she clutched the tiara close to her heart, fearing any misstep would cause it to fall from her arms and break. The tiara had its own spot in the big wooden house, a pillow near the window, where the sun could catch on the surface and to shine and wink. The tiara's the baby. Princess could stare for hours at the tiara, marveling its beauty and running her thumb down its curves. Every morning, she would wake and she would tend to it, polishing its every surface to be sure it shone as brightly as possibly could. Then she would pluck it up, place it upon her head, and walk the woods feeling somehow more complete. Because what, after all, was a princess without a crown? Every night she would place it upon its pillow, give it a quick kiss, and go to bed. On her way, she would pause and glance back to be sure it was still there. She hated to be separated from it, but she knew it was safest on the pillow when she slept. One night, the princess woke to a raging storm. The wind howled against the walls, rattled the windows and their panes. Fearing a gust might burst open a window and blow the tiara to the ground, she plucked it from the pillow and brought it to bed with her. All through the night, she held the tiara close, and in the morning, she woke to find herself still cradling it. The storm had passed, and the princess relaxed. The day was the same day as any other, though she perhaps gave the tiara an even more thorough cleaning, grateful as she was that nothing had gone wrong. That night she placed the tiara upon its pillow, gave it a quick kiss, and went to bed, pausing on her way to make sure it was still there. In the morning she woke and sensed immediately something was wrong. In the living room, the tiara lay upon the ground, broken, dull, and faded. The tiara is definitely the other child. Nothing else in the room had changed. The pillow was exactly where she had left it. The window was closed. There had been no storm, no wind, no sign that anything at all could have gone amiss. Only the broken tiara, mute upon the ground. She picked it up and held it in her arms with a guttural cry. For though she tried to fix and polish it, it was gone, beyond repair, with no shine left. The princess held the tiara through the day and through the next night, sitting in the same spot at the window where she used to polish it. When the sun rose, she looked outside and her gaze fixed on the sapling. Remembered how the sapling had survived the winter, clinging to life despite the frozen, unforgiving earth. Without a word, she went out and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling. As the final scoop of dirt fell, the tiara finally truly gone, and with it the final link to her old self. She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world, where she was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a wan woman, alone in a deep and ancient wood. Now with how the princess lost her most precious treasure, and her title.
And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. That was the story she read us that night.
God, it makes sense now.
Yeah, she got pregnant. And she ran away to start a new life. And then she made her way to Delos Crossing, where she was finally happy. But then the baby died.
I can't even imagine how she must have felt. She left everything behind, built a whole new life for him. And then he was just gone.
I guess having us helped her move on. But when it looked like we were gonna be taken away, she snapped. She just couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her. And now I do.
Yeah. But we still haven't seen what's in that chest. Okay, so how do we open it?
Let's
Why don't we solve this one first?
Okay, I thought it was gonna
Why
be.
don't we solve this one first?
The princess lost her most precious treasure. That's why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
Okay, Cap. With your Google Foo, It's not letting me do.
We'll get to those later. Let's finish this one, okay?
Okay, so we can solve them after the box. Okay.
Alright, should be easy enough.
Okay. It's gonna be a name. What's an N? There's an R and an N. Birdie, 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 birdie.
Oh, poor thing.
Polly, okay, no, okay.
You think Marianne's mom took away her pet?
Why would she do that?
Maybe as a kind of punishment? Or just because she was mean?
Wait. O H. No. Oh no, that's not gonna work. There was no H.
Alright, should be easy enough.
Okay, colors matter. Blue, orange, and... They're both blue. Wait. L. Oh! Derp! Red is E. Yellow's O. Orange is E. Red is L.
Why don't we just break this open? There's a crowbar right downstairs.
What? No. You don't want to try and figure out what all this means?
I'm so done with her riddles.
Leo.
Yes. Whoa.
Did it just get darker in here?
He was an engineering major. The O is yellow. This is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Okay.
Ollie. She noticed.
Dear Allison and Ollie, we write stories
I
to
was her
understand
son.
and be understood. But what good is a story without a first act? I'm sorry I kept mine from you for so long. All my love, goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
That's where the tiara is buried.
Is that...
Leo Ronan.
Why didn't she tell us about him? Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why. Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We did. It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes. Come on, let's go to the dock. It's time to finish this.
Not yet, not yet, not yet. We didn't see everything in there.
baby blanket.
Hey, now that we're done with the important stuff, maybe we can take a crack at these?
The old bear's gifts for the princess. I'm totally blanking on that story. What did he give her again?
What don't we open up the book and check?
Bear and the Princess. Once upon a time, little bear in the bank of the river saving salmon on the way to the spawning grounds to see the pond. Because the fat one, he heard the woman shouting for help. He considered simply eating the salmon, but then she screamed again and went over to investigate. Okay, so he saved her from the wolf. Walked her back to her home. A fresh caught salmon, a handful of ripe berries, a newly bloomed bluebell. Okay. Ooh, I actually never read this one. So, salmon, berries, and bluebells.
Fresh caught salmon? A newly bloomed bluebell? Some roses, maybe? Wait. Hazelnuts. Wait. A handful of ripe berries? Nice. Man, he had it bad. Just couldn't let go.
Sorry for the note under the door like a prison inmate. You okay? I stopped by and rang a couple times this week, but you didn't answer. I could see the light in the hayloft, so I figured you were in, but didn't want to talk. I hope I didn't ruin everything. I know I probably came on kind of strong, but the thing is, I don't know how to talk to a woman like you. You're strong and kind, and you know so much, it's hard for me to know how to keep up. I guess all that went to my head. But I want you to know I got the message, and I'm going to get out of your hair now, and there doesn't need to be any bad feelings. We can pass in the street and say hello, or not. It's okay. P.S. I noticed your car was leaking, so I put some sealant in there. You might need to take it to the shop, though. Let me know if you want me to come with you, because sometimes those guys try to rip you off. If not, no big deal. Yeah, he had it bad. But I can also understand her not wanting to deal with it.
The crafty goblin's loot.
That's from The Princess and the Two Thieves. I drew the original.
And I distinctly remember drawing that cake, which is arguably the best part of that illustration.
All right, Picasso. Then you probably remember what the goblins stole in that story, huh?
The Princess and the Two Thieves. Once upon a time, okay, scanning. There's nobody of the earth and ice into the tree of souls, and the price princess realized food. The princess was okay with losing some food, for the winter was a few fruits and nuts and eggs, spoons and plates, forks and knives, and blankets. Big cake. She spent the whole day making the cake and using everything she had left. She made it so big she could hardly carry it. If I manage to protect the cake, I'll be able to survive the long winter, she said. So she added a lock to the oven, and she kept the big cake safe inside. The next morning, the lock had been opened, and the cake had disappeared. At first, the princess cried because the cake was less of her food until the snow melted, but then she noticed 2 trails of tiny feet and spilled flour, and she followed the tracks to a hidden hatch in the floorboards. So, fruits and nuts and eggs, spoons and forks and knives, and blankets. So,
Did they steal candy?
no.
Maybe not. I'm pretty sure they stole some eggs. Maybe they took some of the princess's fruit? What if they took some spoons? That's it.
Aww.
I always wondered where that drawing went. She said it was her favorite, and then one day it just disappeared.
You are the best mom in the world, the prettiest princess. Aww.
The crafty goblin's good deeds.
Of course. The goblins had to help out the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the pelican.
Well, what did they do?
You know, I don't really remember.
Okay, once upon a time, the even forest, there was a pair crafted up. Okay, one day they were out foraging for food. Looking landed on a rock and dumped the ice smorgasbord from her beak, which the goblin knew was magic and never emptied. They were king crabs in red, blue, gold, and scarlet. We just kept coming. They watched the pelican ate one clam and then took a nap. Do you think she would mind if we took just a little? Her beak never empties. She won't possibly miss a couple of crabs. They were agreed, and so they crept over, filled the crabs, and ran. She won't miss a handful of shrimp, maybe also 2 scallops. Food. Goblins, I'll share my food with you, but you must in return follow my example and be as generous with others as I am with you. Take that to heart, and I will consider your debt paid. You have your nimble hands and your crafty brains and your loving hearts. Okay, the stalwart moves, struggling with an itchy, hard-to-reach spot on his back, and so they climbed up and gave it a good scratching. Next, scratching. They climbed up the tree and dropped the hive. Okay, finally found the princess crying over loss we don't speak about, so they wrapped their little arms around her and raped a hug. So, scratching, hug, and bees. Drop the beehive.
It broke open the beehive for the bear. They gave the stalwart moose a good scratch on the back. They hugged the princess when she was crying. Nailed it.
So yeah.
Our lives would have been so different if their friendship hadn't gone to shit.
So when she thought she was having them steal from her... Yeah. Puzzles. Okay, Pelican Crossing is a specialty boutique located near the Oshea Glacier, catering to Yasno Channel tourists as well as Delos Crossing locals. We specialize in the assortment of high-quality products from accessories, handmade souvenirs to personalized apparel and locally made art. Pelican Crossing will be the first store to act as a relay between the buzzing arts and craft scene and customers. In addition to a wide array of novelty handcrafted products, the consumer will enjoy friendly and knowledgeable customer service from Vecchi store owner Tessa Vecchi and up-and-coming artist Mary Ann Ronan. This business plan is prepared to obtain financing in the amount of $20,000 to purchase inventory to help cover expenses in the first year of operations. In year 1, the Pelican Crossing plans to break even. In year 2, we plan to generate moderate profit. Working on the executive summary part of our business plan, what do you think? So she was going to go into business with her. That's new.
The very old beaver's repair list.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they do to fix it again?
That's all the way over here. Okay. Normal blown shingles. The first thing two things she could fix. Okay. Shingles off the roof and planks off the walls, and you put it in post. Okay. Very old Beaver examined the wooden house and nodded. It'll be an easy fix. Thank you, Beaver. The wind blew the shingles off the roof, the planks off the walls, and even bent this post. Okay. So, shingles on the roof.
She fixed the roof shingles.
Post.
She slapped the post with her tail to right it. She fixed the planks that... All right.
Boom.
Damn. That must have been rough on Eddie.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to talk about her.
Dear Marianne, you cover your ears every time I try to have this conversation with you, so I thought I'd have a better chance doing this in a letter. I know you don't like saying goodbye, so I'll keep my melancholic rambling short and sweet. I want to thank you with all my heart for taking care of me for those past few months. I can't even imagine how exhausting it must have been for you to look after a sick old lady when you also have 2 small children at home. I know you want me to keep fighting this disease and hoping for recovery, but it's always been a great strength of mine to know when it's time to let go, and that time has come. I'd like to ask you for one last favor. Please take care of Eddie after I'm gone. My poor boy puts on a brave front ever since his father died. I know he's in pain. I would be so much more at peace knowing he still has family. Maybe he could teach the kids how to fish. He loves spending time with them. Thank you for the warmth and peace you brought to my life. Give the kids a kiss for me, William. Okay, are there any other puzzles? Is that it? We need to figure out who our father is, dang it. I think that's it for the puzzles. Sure looks like it.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
Either way, I'm ready for this to be over.
Me too.
I know we're past, but I think we're almost done here. So I'm going to go ahead and just continue on. A little bit longer, so I hope you folks don't mind. Yeah, I think we're nearly at the penultimate portion of the game here.
What are we waiting for? I want to know who was here that night. Let's try and remember who Marianne was arguing with.
I worry it's going to be Eddie.
Almost.
Becky?
Tom Vecchi is our father?
Of course. It had to be him.
Tessa knew, didn't she?
Yeah, she must have. That's what she didn't want to tell us.
God, Marianne and Tom?
I know.
What should we do now?
Yeah, call him out here and make him tell us what was going on.
And if he won't?
We know his secret. He will. Tom? It's Allison. We need to talk. We know it was you.
Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I think he probably was expecting it. And since he tried to burn down the barn earlier.
Let me take the lead on this. I know him better. I thought I did, anyway.
Sure. Whatever. As long as we get answers.
Yeah, it isn't ominous at all. Almost expect him to come walking around with a shotgun in hand or something.
Kids, listen.
You're our father.
Yes.
You knew how bad it got out here. How little we had. Why didn't you help Marianne?
You mean all the money she wanted? Well, we didn't have anything to spare. Well, that winter was rough on everyone. And you would have starved out here if not for all the free food we gave you.
Don't act like you had anything to do with that. That was all Tessa.
That's a cruel presumption, young man. Maybe it was Tessa's idea initially, but I supported it. And your mother was happy to live off our handouts.
You tried to burn down our barn and knocked Tyler unconscious.
I never meant to hurt anybody. You weren't supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked. I was terrified that this whole thing was gonna blow up in my face. I had to do something.
You were here that night. You saw Marianne and Tyler. Why didn't you help?
I know it wasn't my best moment, but she threatened my life.
So you just decided to let her drown?
I didn't decide anything. Everything happened so fast, I panicked. And by the time I got to town, Brown was already on his way out. There was nothing else I could do.
Hey, you hearing me?
Yo, sorry. I'm trying really hard to keep myself from punching him in the face.
Does he really expect us to believe there wasn't anything else he could have done that night?
I don't know, Ellie. I'd rather not think about it.
He's not even the least bit sorry for what he did. He could have seriously hurt you.
Yeah, he's just a fucking coward.
So what do we do now?
We tell him he's gotta fix the mess he made, one way or another.
You failed us, Tom. You need to make it right.
I'll do whatever you want, as long as none of this gets out.
Excuse me?
You want me to pay for my mistakes? Fine. But please, Tessa can't know. This'd kill her.
Tessa already knows, Tom.
No. That's impossible.
It never occurred to you the reason Tessa cut Marianne off was you?
But she never said anything. Oh, Lord.
You should try talking to your wife. Maybe if you had, we wouldn't be in this situation. And maybe Marianne wouldn't be dead.
Oh, come on. You of all people should appreciate how troubled Marianne was. She was unhinged. Something like this would have happened sooner or later.
Ooh, do I...
That was convenient for you, huh? You preyed on her because she was vulnerable. And you knew you could always blame it on crazy Marianne Ronan if you got caught.
It was nothing like that. Nothing at all. Your mother was a very pretty woman. And she'd been so many places and done so many things. The way I always thought I would have. I got caught up. Love made me a fool. Look, I made mistakes. But this will not go any further than the three of us.
Why? We know. Tessa knows. Marianne's dead. There's no point in hiding it anymore.
He's afraid it'll tank his campaign. Am I wrong?
Jesus, Tom.
I've kept your secret all these years. I don't want to go spilling it, but I will if I have to.
What?
Yeah. Your little story about self-defense. I've never told anyone how Marianne really died.
But...
That night, I came out here because I was worried about your mother.
So he was never the Mad Hunter.
made me do it. They made me do it. Why did they do it? This is his fault. This is his fault. Manhunter. Wait, no! Stop!
I don't know.
Buddy! Wait, no! Please! Please! Mom! Mom, please!
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, no, Tyler thought she was chasing him with the gun. But what was she doing with the gun? It's still not clear.
No. No way. You're a fucking liar.
I saw what I saw.
Ugh! You're manipulating us just like you manipulated her.
Tyler!
You're not listening to this, are you?
Be smart about this, Allison. Are you sure you want this to get out?
That's what I'm thinking happened, yeah.
You've got way more here to lose than he does.
You already told her.
His name will be all but cleared, but you'll be a killer. What will your uncle say?
He already knows. I already told him.
And Michael? Hmm? Well, the whole town
Punch
might
him.
turn on
Just
you.
punch him.
Don't touch her.
You know I'm right.
Just get out of here, Tom. Tyler and I need to talk alone.
Just please think twice before making any
No.
rash decisions. There are a whole lot of lives at stake here.
Leave us the fuck alone. And never come back.
Well, we only have Tom's part of the story there. We don't have hers. And Tom's a liar. And a manipulative one at that.
Allie, you okay? You didn't let that asshole get to you, did you?
Idiot already knows.
What if he's right? I've been having all these nightmares about that night, and they were a lot like how Tom said. And now, when I try to remember, that's
Don't
all I
know.
can see.
He's trying to mess with your head, and you're letting it work.
No, it's more than that. Ever since we started digging, I haven't been able to shake this feeling like something's off.
Something's off because he put this in your head. Don't let him get away with it.
He might not be lying. We keep getting things mixed up. We remember totally different versions of the past.
Those are just details. This isn't that. She was going to kill me.
I'm not so sure anymore, Tyler.
we've known since early on that there was more to this. And I've not been convinced that she actually intended to kill Tyler. But there's no way Allie could have known that. Precisely. Precisely. But look how she's holding the shotgun. It's absently. Oh.
She had a gun pointed at me. She chased me. She said she was going to kill me.
She threatened Tom with those exact same words. With the same gun, on the same pier. The thing you said to Eddie the other day got thrown back at me. Don't you think it's possible that happened here too?
I guess it's possible. Fuck. I don't know. And we're never gonna know the truth, are we? Because the second you walk away from something, that's it.
Yeah.
I guess at this point, you just have to decide what you believe.
Me?
Yeah. You need to start dealing, Allie. And that means coming to terms with whatever version of the past feels the most true to you. No more running. Whatever you choose, you gotta live with it, okay?
I'm going to kill you! I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you.
This one makes more sense.
I'm not gonna hurt
But
you.
then why was she... Yeah. This one makes more sense to me.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you. Oh, please. No, don't do this. Allison. This isn't what...
She was going to kill herself. Just herself.
That makes more
You
sense.
interrupted her and... We got confused.
Are you sure?
Yes. That attic. Tyler, that was meant for us. It was her way of explaining what she was going through. I made a horrible mistake.
Hey, it's okay. I'm here.
Man. Oof. Oof. That's the version of events that makes the most sense to me.
Hey, peep what I just found downstairs. What do you think? Will it have aged well, or just gone bad?
She was scared to go on thinking that they'd be taken from her. Maybe she's trying to take herself out. And Tom, yeah. Makes total sense. Go find him, kill him,
Where are
and
you
herself.
at right now?
I just keep hearing her say she wasn't going to hurt you. Over and over.
We were kids. We freaked out. You weren't equipped to deal with that shit.
She was just talking to you. And I killed her.
Stop.
I don't want to use our voice again. Ever.
Oh.
What? Seriously?
I don't know. But I want to stop feeling like this. And I think we'll be better off without it. This morning, I kept getting these horrible visions. Of you and Marianne and Eddie.
Visions.
Right.
Like
I think you're
our
right,
memories?
Yeah, but different. It was all my worst thoughts brought to life. You were in my bedroom saying I abandoned you. Eddie called me a snake.
I'm sorry. I should have been there for you.
It's okay, I was the one who walked out. I can't let that happen again.
I don't think it will. Something's been pushing us to find answers. And now we have them. Maybe I'm wrong. And if it stays bad, we can stop. But I really want to keep what makes us, us.
The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the Moon Hag, but she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he plotted
What do you
the day
think?
he would emerge,
Brothers and
to
sisters?
once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand.
Always.
And that is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter.
I'm pretty sure this is a good ending. Okay? Yeah. Assuming we're gonna get either final scene or credits. Okay. 6 months later. They're still there? They didn't sell it? Did they not move to Juneau with... Oh, now they're... Okay, so they're...
One last look. I'm good to go.
Only moved out. Hey, changed his hair.
Hey, it's me.
Hey, me.
House is empty. I'm getting ready to head out. So, last chance. Is there anything you want me to do while I'm in town?
Listen, Ty, you're dropping off the keys with Tina, right?
Yep, gonna leave 'em at her office on my way to the ferry.
Well, that's it then.
How's Juno?
Big and full of people, even without tourists. Michael's been writing up rules for the apartment. I need your support against his whole food policy.
Just refuse to sign anything until I get there. Okay?
Okay, but you better hurry. If he gets his way, we'll only have one small shelf for junk food.
What? Heresy. I'm gonna need like twice that just for snack cakes after my surgery next month.
I know, right? This cannot stand.
How are you?
Good, actually. Really good. You?
Same. You know, emptying the house really cleared my head out.
Thanks for doing that. The observatory really needed me this week. And after everything that happened, I just felt like I needed to keep some miles between me and Delos Crossing.
No worries. You still loving your therapist?
Gail, yes. I was actually just doing some letter writing she assigned me as homework. It really helped me get some perspective.
That sounds awesome. Did you see the article I sent you about Tom losing the election?
Ah, yes. I saw your message right before derby practice, so I didn't have time to read it. But I did cackle at the headline.
Did you picture Tom's face whenever you went in for a block?
No, but that is a great idea.
Anyways, I'm glad Tessa finally left his ass. Karma is a bitch. Okay, I'm gonna hang up now.
See you tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna take one last walk through the house and then head to the ferry.
Drive safe.
Pretty sure that's the only way possible in the old Allison mobile.
Love you, Tyler.
Love you. Huh. Well, at least she finally dumped his ass.
Dear Tyler and Allison, I'm writing this letter from Juneau International Airport where I will soon board a plane to Manila on a missionary assignment. I apologize for not coming in person to say goodbye, but I was called to make this decision alone and to carry it out on my own as well. I'm sure you understand that sometimes we must follow without question the prompting of the Spirit. I will not be coming back to the Delos Crossing for some time. Before I go, there is still something I feel I must confess to you both. Perhaps because I have never found the strength to confront my husband, I have never been able to forgive Marianne for her betrayal. I truly did love you both like my own children. I always tried to forgive your mother for her unapologetic lifestyle. When I discovered that you were the fruit of her affair with my Thomas, I wanted her to suffer like I was suffering. I brought down on your house the wrath I never dared allow to unfold in mine. I've been deeply ashamed all these years, and I'm surprised how much better I feel with it out in the open. The greatest thing about truth is the peace it brings to your life. I hope you can find it in your hearts to forgive me. You have taught me once again how love will bring you further in life, something that Marianne had been trying to show me all along. Take care of each other always, in his steps. Yeah, at least she left it. Yeah, apparently he lost because he wasn't willing to, he wasn't willing to work with people. Aw, they took pictures taken together. Cute. Hey goblins, word in town you guys finally sold the house. I came by tonight to help you fix what needs to be fixed, but there was nobody home. Are you gone already? Things change so fast these days. Anyway, you know where to find me if you want me to fix things. If you're still in town, I mean. It's getting late and I'm pretty tired. Oh, and I'm sorry for acting like the stupid ass I am. Everywhere I look, I think about what used to be. I've been trying to do better, but I think it might be too late for an old bear like me. Not sure if this will reach you. It's getting late. Call me if you're still around. Be safe, Sam. P.S. I wish I was easy to fix everything as a boat.
Man, seeing it empty is so weird. But at least it's the last time we'll ever have to.
Oh. Cool. Can't leave that behind. Michael, must be relieved to finally be done with that place. No doubt. If traffic's not too bad, I should be back at our place around 4 p.m. Haha, traffic and dayless. Only if the mailbox man had escaped. Hey, I'm making that biscuit thing you like. Damn, on my way. I'll probably take out some fire hydrants and stop signs. Don't die. I'll keep it warm. See you in a few. And don't forget your stuff, buddy. Oh, that's cute. Okay, won't go outside yet. Let's go upstairs. Actually, let's check out the kitchen first. Aww. A story corner.
Certainly hope the new owners are Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It.
So there's apparently a different ending scene to explore if you chose the other way around, where you walk around your new place with Allison instead. Interesting.
Goodbye, room. Goodbye, room. Goodbye, man on the moon? For posterity.
Yeah, generic blues. Basically, like all protagonists in any sort of video game, he clearly has back pockets of holding. Goblins! Goblins! Okay. If you don't tell Eddie the truth, and you believe the other version of the memory. Goblin, goblin. See, he puts his phone in his front pocket. It always weirds me out to see people put their phone in their back pocket. Really, anything in your back pocket is so bad for your spine. Okay, let's make sure there's nothing else around the house to check out.
Still no beavers. Well, I'm right behind you guys. time to move on.
Appreciate folks sticking with me. I know it's getting late, but I wanted to finish this. I know for the YouTube side this is getting really long. I apologize for that as well. But
Everything okay, Ty?
Actually, yeah. Everything really is.
oh, poor Captain. You'll get to play No Man's Sky soon enough. I mean, we are literally almost done here.
Goblins out.
Excuse me again. Oh, they really cleared it out. Well, I think that's just about everything. Oh, nope. Some more things.
Guess you guys moved on too. I hope the next goblin family bakes a lot of sand pies in this.
Ollie and Allison Vessel. Cute. Can't believe I never saw that before. I must have totally missed that. I bet you that's where one of the figures I missed was. Well, time to get into the fjord.
Aw, dreamy sigh.
Okay. Oh, yeah, something I almost missed there.
It's too bad Tessa closed her cafe. That other place just doesn't quite hit the spot.
No, that's everything. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on.
I should have probably run these by his place. Or just drop them off at Bernie's.
I think. Let's try this again.
Aw, dreamy sigh.
Okay. What am I missing? I have not pieced together who the evil hunter was. No. That is the one thing I am missing. Oh, leave the house for good. Okay. I haven't figured out who the evil hunter is. It's the only one I haven't placed. I don't think it was Tom.
Well, this is goodbye for real, I guess.
Depression. That makes sense. That does make sense. Driving QTE. Nope. As we're obviously in the tail end of this.
Hey, Aaron. It's Tyler Ronan. I thought I'd catch you on your break between sessions, but I guess you're going along with another rebel with too many causes. I know I haven't reached out since I left Fireweight, but I just wanted to say, well, you were right about grief, about it going in circles. This morning, I was out on the porch staring at the fog, and my mother, she just tumbled right out of me. But it was okay. It actually felt good to remember. Anyway, give me a call back if you get a chance. I'll see you around. And thank you.
Yeah, it makes sense. It does make sense. The pain and loss. The feeling of never being good enough. Achievement unlocked. Credits for life. Okay. So, as I do here, I will let the credits roll this time. As we end things out here. This was really good. It had its moments that really kind of just tugged the heart. Really well written. And how depression never really goes away, and it always is hunting you. Exactly. I mean, there's a lot of things to take from this story and to listen to, and no matter where you are, no matter what your personal story is, I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. There's going to be like that just says not having a support system that would absolutely cause it. Exactly. I mean, her friends were there for her, but in a way they weren't. I mean, Pelican Tessa always had her. There was always that dogged sense of right and wrong and judgment and specific way to do things there, and the judgment that was in the background there. There was the Bear who Sam who loved her terribly, but wasn't what she needed. And had a hard time accepting that. Tom, and I still agree with Tyler that he was manipulating her. Not every narcissist recognizes what they do, or the abuse or damage that they do. And a narcissist can really pull you in at the beginning. So yeah, she had a lot going against her. Oof. It's a lot to think about here. The story is like an ogre. Layers. But yeah. This was very well written. Not going to forget this particular story anytime soon. That's for darn sure. But yeah, so like I usually do at the end of these Let's Plays, my general thoughts. Obviously I've given a lot there. I do think... for the I think it's worth a playthrough, and I think it's worth another playthrough. I won't do it on stream, but there's a whole other story here, obviously, where the two could drift apart, or you could choose the other side of the story. And yeah, it's why I like these type of games. Although I promise the next long play I do is not going to be this depressing. We're going to do something. I still got to decide what we're going to do. Generic, next week. If you're interested, on Wednesday, I was actually gifted the bundle for We Were There. So if you're available and if you're interested, I would love to do that on Wednesday next week. So we can actually do that here on channel if you're available. But the next long play, I'm gonna have to do some thinking as to what I want to do. I do want it to be something a bit more positive, a bit more fun, a bit more silly. So we'll have to think of some ideas. Of course, if you guys are interested, as I've mentioned, of course, if you want to just almost guarantee you'll get a choice, of course, if you got a spare $75 sitting around you can go ahead and donate it to EXTRALIFE and get a really good poke in there. But I have a couple different ideas, and if you have any ideas, of course, reach out on the Discord. Even obviously, of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's going to be past that time. But I do encourage you to join on Discord and make suggestions of games that we could play and that we could do on the channel here. But I do like having stuff that I can actually do long play and show you guys the full playthrough without edits and without cuts and all that, so you get the full experience without having to necessarily play the game yourself, or encourage you to do so. Of course, I do always, like with this one, definitely, this is a group that we want to encourage to make additional games and tell additional stories. I've been seeing something about a possible sequel. I would presume probably not specifically to the twin story or something completely separate from this particular narrative, but actually Tell Me Why 2 is what I've been seeing. Don't know if it actually is real or not. But we do have Life is Strange 2, and Life is Strange Before the Storm, and there's a new one that just recently came out. So there's a lot of stories that these folks tell, and I do think they are worth the investment and the time to play. So if you enjoyed this playthrough, check them out. Check out all their various games. There's a lot. I mean, this is a really great True Colors. Yeah, Life is Strange True Colors. So I mean, if you like the storytelling method and you like the kind of hard-hitting moral tale and like, I think it's worth giving a look and investing in storytellers like this. Video games right now are, in my opinion, the new novel. They are. I mean, obviously, novels still exist and books still exist, but this is just as much as television and movies. Video games are the next big media form, especially when they move away from the AAA, let's make a whole big money grab and have microtransactions and all that garbage. When you have games like this that focus on telling a story that you get to invest yourself in, that's the next step in human storytelling, I think, right now. So it's important to encourage those companies and those creators and those groups who are doing precisely that. Okay, come on. You haven't finished the credits yet, but you've gone silent. Come on, help me out here, folks. I do this because I want to give all the credits on the final video. So I'll just continue to try to fill the void here, because I do not have... Yes, Captain. That works, sure. But yeah, you helped tremendously, Captain. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. But yeah, in fact, actually, to show just how much I appreciate it, we'll go ahead and I'll show you how much I appreciate it here. There we go. Yeah, always love a good ghost scream. Indeed. You can try. You can try. Okay, we're showing the music now, so we should just about be done here. I just want to make sure I go through all the credits and make sure, just in case there's any sort of afterward. And it's like watching a Marvel movie. So Allison was grateful they completed Marianne's puzzle. Only 16% forced the chest open. Yeah, funny how I was telling us about music with no music. Allison was influenced by Tom's testimony. 100 100% believed in the twins' memory. The twins trusted their bond and kept their voice. Eddie was relieved that Allison accepted responsibility in the murder. Sam felt understood by Allison. Michael felt closer to Tyler. You or anyone you know are struggling with suicidal thoughts or experiencing emotional crises. You can find help using these resources. You matter, and we need you in the world. National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-TALK. Really important. Yeah, that doesn't feel right. But then again, there may be a lot of people who play offline. But yeah. So, consequences. Okay, so we... Okay. Okay, so we missed out on 3 collectibles, unfortunately. But I'm okay with that. You confront Sam, the letter at the end is different, and talks about how he's getting better. Oh well. Oh well. But yeah. Okay, so that is going to actually end out this particular episode. So let's go ahead and switch out over here. And let's go ahead and end the YouTube recording. So thank you folks for sticking around for a much longer episode than we normally do. And for those of you watching on the stream for sticking around nearly an hour past our normal time. But I wanted to get this particular story done. Thank you again. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see what we do next. And keep your eye on the channel here, folks watching on YouTube, because there's plenty more where this came from when it comes to Let's Plays. But as always, if you'd like to help me out on the YouTube channel, please make sure that you actually work hotkey. You can click the like button, comment on the video. I try to respond to every comment that comes through. Click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the notification bell for news when updates come to the channel. I try to post new videos every Monday through Friday on the channel. And of course, check out our links down in the doobly-doo if you would like to follow me and talk with me on my other social media channels. I do want to continue this conversation and talk with you folks out there who are enjoying what I'm putting out there. But with that all said, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this game. And until I see you next time, game on, lovelies.